In this video, I'm going to be showing you the 6-step patient attraction formula that we use in the MedSpa Launch Mastermind to grow your MedSpa business and attract more patients with Google Ads and YouTube video ads. Okay, there's going to be a high-level overview of the strategy and each of the 6 steps in the process. Okay, so the first step is to develop the right message. This is really important because this is one of 2 things that really establishes your positioning in the mind of the prospect and where your brand sits, if anywhere, in that prospect's mind, right? So with the right message, you want to be able to differentiate yourself a little bit from your competition and create clarity and focus and alignment for all of your marketing initiatives, okay? And this is really important because message is one of the 4 pillars of customer acquisition, right? You need all 4 of these to succeed. You need the right message to match your market. You need some media or some type of advertising or marketing to drive traffic, and you need systems to convert that traffic into leads and into sales and into patients. And the thing about message is it could be considered the most important of these 4 because the right message and the right offer can overcome weakness in these 3 areas. So even if you're just so at choosing your market, running ads, and your website, your message with the right offer can still drive massive success. However, if you're excellent at websites and advertising and choosing your market, but you have a weak offer and a weak message, you're still going to be very hard pressed to find any success. Okay, so message is extremely important. That's the first step. All right, the first thing we do is we create a value proposition, which is your external messaging, right? Your headlines, your subheadlines, and a visual element. Then we go to a positioning statement, which is more of an internal guide for your team and your marketing, right, to guide where you fit in the mind of the prospect, all right? And that's internal. That's not going to be customer-facing messaging. And then we also do buyer personas, right? So we want to develop a detailed profile of your ideal customer so we know their pain points and their emotions so that we can connect with them on an emotional level and drive them to take action in the advertising, okay? Step 2 is the offer, and that's the other thing that creates positioning for you in the mind of the prospect. And the right offer can help you avoid commodity pricing. It can allow you to charge premium prices for your services instead, and it improves your positioning so you don't look like a discount brand or a Groupon brand, right? So like Dan Kennedy said, there's no strategic advantage to being the 2nd lowest price leader in town. And discounting is really just a race to the bottom. And there's a much better way to avoid that product or commodity type of approach and create an offer by creating more value and stacking some things together so that your offer can't be compared just on price alone against the next guy down the street, right? If you look at the 2 businesses offering the same thing, the first offer could say save 30% off laser skin resurfacing now. Then the guy down the street might say save 40%, right? And it's just a race to the bottom until there's no profit left because this is a product or a commodity that anybody can sell. Once you put a few things together and differentiate it, make it a little more unique and add some value, we're going to get complimentary Botox and a free 1-month trial membership with any laser skin resurfacing package now through September 1st. Adds a little bit of urgency and it gets away from this competing on price, right? So it's not quite a grand slam offer, but it's still going to get you a better customer, higher ticket, and it's going to give a little urgency and it doesn't look cheap or desperate, okay? So the other thing to keep in mind is that once you position yourself as a discount brand, it's really hard to undo that damage. If you've ever heard the phrase, once a Groupon, always a Groupon, then you probably know why you want to avoid discounting, okay? So we call a grand slam offer an offer so good that people would feel stupid saying no. So that's what we help you create in the mastermind. Now we move on to step 3, which is the funnel or online sales funnel. And a lot of people get confused here and ask, what exactly is a funnel anyway? I don't know even, it's very confusing. Is it a website, a landing page? How does that work? And there's a lot of overlap between the 3 terms here, funnel, website, and landing page, and that confuses people, right? Because a landing page is typically where you're going to send people when you have an ad campaign. That's the first page that they're going to land on when they click on your post or your ad, right? And that's always going to be, most cases, the first step in a funnel, right? So there's overlap there between funnel and landing page because the funnel contains landing pages. And a landing page could be part of a website could be set up as a funnel depending on how it's configured, and it could link into your funnel. There's a lot of different ways that it can overlap there as well. So to clear up the confusion, the thing to keep in mind is that a website is more like a brochure, a digital brochure or a multiple choice question where the visitor can come and do different things and browse around and see if anything catches their interest. right? A funnel is more binary, like instead of a multiple choice, it's more like true or false, right? So there's going to be one primary objective, and it's going to guide the visitor towards a specific objective and a specific action, right? If you think about a website, like if you've ever gone to the supermarket to get bread and leave with 12 things, but you forgot to get the bread because there's too many options, too many choices, and you get distracted or confused. And that's how a website works. In comparison with a funnel, where you, in the funnel metaphor in this case, means that you're going to start off with a big audience of prospects, which will eventually pare down to a highly targeted, well-qualified group of customers. And the funnel will help you guide that process automatically, step by step. Okay, so these are some pages that were designed in less than 10 minutes using Clickfunnels, a service we set up in our mastermind. And you can see, for example, a funnel is going to have multiple steps to move the person through the sales process. So say they fill out a free consultation form. The next step, they're going to get a calendar with a linked calendar where they can book an appointment and a Zoom call and schedule that so you're not calling them the next day at 11 a.m. when they filled out the form at 9 o'clock at night. And after the first 5 minutes, contact rates drop by 50%. So if you don't have a way to make sure that you get in touch with that person and schedule an appointment and email them to follow up, remind them, bring them back into the funnel, then it's really hard to, even when you get a lead, to convert it and get them into your office. And let's say, for example, you want to have a funnel with this primary objective of a free consultation, but the person goes to leave without filling out the form. Well, then you can have a drop down, like a pop-up window with a gift card or a piece of content where you grab their email and bring them back into the funnel at whichever step they dropped out at. So you can convert them later on if they don't convert in the first visit, right? So in that way, a funnel helps guide visitors through the sales process step by step. It simplifies their options and their choices, and it allows you to follow up with your visitors even after they leave your site. So this will significantly reduce your cost per lead and your cost per sale and what it costs you to bring a patient in your door, right? And another way to think about that is if you just have people browsing or referral traffic coming to your website and they want to kind of go and see your digital brochure, then a website is great. But if you want to run ads and you want to spend money, then you want to get a return on your investment. So you need your visitors to take action. And that's where a funnel comes in, because it's going to produce a lot better results when it comes to customer acquisition. Okay, and then if you want to set up your own funnel, the easiest way to do this without any IT help, without any technical skills and zero coding, is a service called Clickfunnels. And that's what we use for our members to get everyone up and running quickly and to get landing pages set up, get funnels set up, and get the campaigns live without having to wait for websites and all kinds of technical stuff. So if you want to go to clickfunnels.com and check that out, you can sign up yourself, or at the end, I'll show you a little bit more about the mastermind and we can set it up for you if you want to become a member. Okay, so these are pages right here that were built in Clickfunnels in less than 10 minutes. And with Clickfunnels, it's really like copy and paste simple to move everything from one account to another. So we give you templates and pre-built funnels that are already designed for the med-spa niche. And then it's like point and click simple to edit it. And we get you all set up with all the technical stuff so you don't have to worry about anything technical. And we get this Clickfunnels up and running for you. So it's a really easy launch process in terms of all the technical stuff. Okay, then we're going to turn on Google pay-per-click ads. And Google ads generated almost $210 billion of revenue for Alphabet last year. And the reason is because the ads are extremely effective and they work really well at laser targeting your ideal customer, right? And these are the ads that show up at the top of the Google search results when someone puts in a relevant topic like IPL Photo Facial Miami. And I found these ads to work extremely well in the med spa niche, like so many others, because your customer is actively searching for the services that you offer. So they're engaged and ready to take action. Okay, and even if you stopped there, you'd be ahead of the curve, because we set up the Google ads for you. We get everything running, and with the right message, the right offer, a good funnel, and good pay-per-click ads, you're probably ahead of most of your competitors at this point. But we really want to take the next step, separate ourselves from the competition, and create an unfair advantage. And we do that with YouTube ads. So right now, YouTube is the hottest advertising property on the internet. When you know how to use it right, it's an incredible source of extremely motivated, qualified, low-cost leads. And we have a really simple system set up to get results with YouTube ads with what we call a YouTube value ad, which uses a hook, educate, call to action formula, or sometimes it goes hook, story, offer, but it's the same idea. It's a simple 3-part ad where you provide some value and then you either put an offer or a call to action at the end. And it usually runs about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's really simple to create. You don't have to worry about any fancy production or anything like that. Videos shot on an iPhone are consistently the best performing videos on YouTube because the overproduced videos seem less authentic and they really don't get results. And right now, YouTube is in this blue ocean stage where Google AdWords was in the early 2000s. And there's over 1 billion hours of daily watch time on YouTube. And these people are in what we call their personal prime time, where they're highly engaged and they're watching content that they're passionate about. So they're really engaged and ready to take action. So YouTube is a great way to turn up the volume, scale the ads, and get a better return on ad spend while reaching more customers. And another great thing about YouTube ads is it's all set up in the same Google Ads account that we set up for you in step 4 with our Google Partner Manager account. So the last step in the sequence then is to measure all this traffic and really optimize, right? Because if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So we use simple tools like Google Analytics and Google Data Studio to capture all the data, measure it for you, and see what's working and what's not working. And then what we do is we apply the 80-20 principle, right? So we measure, manage, multiply. Measure, track the results. Manage, we're going to apply 80-20, right? So 80-20 is a law of nature. It's known as the Pareto principle. And the idea is that basically 20% roughly of your inputs are going to produce 80% of your results. Okay, and that sometimes might be 10-90-10, it might be 70-30, but on average, 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. And this was discovered by an Italian economist named Wilfredo Pareto in 1896 when he saw the peas in his pea garden were arranged this way, right? 20% of the pods contained 80% of the peas. And then he looked at the economy in Italy and found that 20% of the people owned 80% of the land. And so if you apply this principle across your business and look at it from a business perspective, typically 1 or 2 out of 10 keywords are going to produce the vast majority of your results. So you need to be able to look at which keywords are just spending and wasting and get rid of those, and then reinvest into the keywords and the ads and the campaigns that are producing results. So this is how you multiply, right? You get rid of the losers and double down on the winners. So that's how we scale and get better results with better and better returns as we go along the way. So that's pretty much the whole sequence in a nutshell. That's the 6-step patient attraction formula. That's the launch sequence strategy that we use to get everyone up and running in 6 weeks and really turn up the volume. And then from there, we have an ongoing mastermind where we work with you to optimize results and really, give you this ecosystem where not only do we implement this system for you and train you on the strategy, but you also get aesthetic training from Dr. James Avellini, who's had over 16 years of experience teaching aesthetic procedures, including Botox, dermal fillers, PRP, mesotherapy, sclerotherapy, thread lift, and many others, including all the laser procedures. And he owned 7 med spas himself. So he's a great resource in the mastermind. He's part of the faculty to give you ongoing support and training webinars that are included with the program. And so it's a full ecosystem of looking at the 3 main things that you need to be successful in the med spa business, right? Patient attraction, training and certifications, and the right aesthetic equipment. So we help you attract all 3 of those and make sure that you get results in this mastermind format, right? So we're not an agency, we're not just a training or a consulting business, but we call it mastermind group because we work together and collaborate to make sure that you get results. We do the technical stuff for you. We train you on the strategy so you know how it works. We train you on the aesthetic procedures, and we make sure that you have access and information about the right aesthetic equipment so you don't make costly mistakes in purchasing. So with those 3 things, we help you delight and attract and delight more patients, scale your med spa business, and become a leader in the market. So if you're interested in joining the Med Spa Launch Beta, click on the link below to get more information, and we'll have an overview of the program, how it works, and links where you can join the beta. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.